Welcome back, Algebra 1. What is going to happen today is we're doing a lot of substituting and a lot of plugging in, even though we have some big words that I'm going to introduce to you guys today. But first, let's do a notes review of stuff that you've already learned, which is called evaluating. Let's take a look at numbers 1 and 2. Evaluate each using the values given. So what we're really doing in numbers 1 and 2 is we're just substituting those values in, which you've shown me that you've already done. So let's get down to it for numbers 1 and 2, and then that way after I'm done with number 1 and 2, then I can show you guys the expectations of the amount of work that I want you guys to show for me for this class. Okay, so here's our expression, z plus quantity parentheses z minus x times quantity x minus y, and we do have these three values that we're going to plug in. So x equals 5, y equals 3, and z equals -6. We're just going to plug them accordingly. So our z is -6. So I'll put this here and here. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is going to equal -6 plus, okay, then we have parentheses, -6 minus, and then x equals 5. Okay, so I'm just going to use these and these over here. Okay, close parentheses, open back again, 5 minus, and then our y value is 3. Okay, so I'm just going to plug this into here, 3. Okay, really from here we've already done PEMDAS, so just make sure that you are doing the parentheses first. Exponents, multiplication and division, if you only have that left over, they have to go from left to right. Addition, subtraction also needs to go from left to right. So let's just take a look at what we have here. We have to do parentheses first. Again, if you're not too strong with the integers, calculator is okay for now. -6 minus 5 is -11. You owe someone $6, then you're asking him or her for $5 more. Hopefully you're not owing anybody anything. So 5 minus 3 is going to be 2. Okay. Remember, when they are attached together like this, this is multiplication. So let's go ahead and do that. -11 times 2 is going to be -22. And then adding two negatives together is really just adding them up. So 6 plus 22 is 28. But just make sure that you have that negative attached to it like that. Okay. I'm just going to check my work to make sure. So this is what the answer key is for. So good. The answer key is for you guys to check your work, and hopefully you guys are using it like that. Okay. All right. I'm almost done with this first part of the video, and there's only 2 parts of the videos today. Let's do number 2. Sometimes you'll have a fraction bar like this. It will be used as a division. So I'm just going to mark where I have to plug in. Well, it's a good thing both of them are -6, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. You know, we just got to plug in -6 on both of them. Okay, so let's just plug that in. -6 over 6 plus, and then -6 and -6. Okay, once everything is plugged in, really everything now is just going to be PEMDAS. I know I see the parentheses over here, but I can actually even do the division along with that. -6 divided by 6 is -1, and then this is like adding two negatives together. -6 minus 4 is -10. I'm going to have to do the multiplication first and then the addition last. So -6 times -10 is going to be +60. -1 plus 60 is the same thing as saying 60 minus 1. It's the same thing. Okay, which is going to be 59. So just be careful. Sometimes your answers are going to be negative. Sometimes your answers are going to be positive. I just want to check the answer key for that one. So yes, it is 59. That is good. Okay, so this is the expectation of the work that I want to see from you guys. Okay, so I'm going to write down, I don't know what pen to, expectation of work. Okay. And, most of you guys are doing this. You're showing everything kind of step by step. I wish we were in person, and that way I know some of you guys can do it in your head, of course, but because I'm not in person with you, you need to show me that you know what you're doing by writing down these things. If we were in person, it'll be a little bit different. then I'll just grab the variables from you, then maybe you can skip some steps. But because I'm not there with you and I can't see what your thinking process is, this is how you can show me your thinking process. So this is the expectation of the work that I need to see from you guys, and that way I know you know what you're doing. It's just that, you know, we're not in person right now. Okay, so here's the expectation of the work, and then I'm just going to grab the answer from number 4. Number 4 is 20. If you're doing number 4, which is part of the classwork homework, and you write down 20, this is not what I'm expecting. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to return it to you on Google Classroom. I'm just asking you guys to show some work. So this is not an expectation. Okay, this is no work shown. And I'm going to return this to you on Google Classroom. So most of you guys are doing something like this, and which is really, really great, actually. And some of you guys are even using color, which is not even required for your guys' submissions for the homework. But you don't have to use color, but I am expecting you guys to show at least a couple of steps like this. I'm going to return your work if you just show 20, because I'm not seeing your thinking process right now. Okay, so process to me is a little bit more important than just that answer. Okay. If you want to move on to the next video to take the notes, that's fine. But if you want to actually just do the work already, please go ahead and do numbers 3 all the way to number 10 right now before you move on to the next video. So it's up to you guys what you want to do. Okay, just be careful. There are a couple decimals on the later problems. Okay, see you guys on the next video.